for your customers over top of what your competition is already doing. But in order to do this, like I said, you've got to know what your competition is already doing so that you can offer something that is going to exceed the expectations. Validate the above claim with a testimonial from a satisfied customer. So after you say something like our example right there, you want to follow that up with a testimonial from somebody that is satisfied with your support that you're providing. You're telling them basically right there that I'm going to give you better support. My Q&A calls, my training is set in place to give you the support that you need. Validate that with the testimonial from somebody that is satisfied, that has attended your Q&A calls or has used your support desk and has given you a good recommendation or a good support or a good testimonial for you to be able to use at that place. So always back it up and validate it. Things to research during your competitive analysis. You want to know the pricing of products. Are their prices higher or lower than yours? It's going to help you with your sales copy on where you need to price. Does your competition offer better or higher value bonus offers? So that you can add different bonus or better bonus offers to your sales page and be able to talk about them better. What is your competition saying their USP is? What kind of benefits to the target audience are being focused on by your competition? And what you want to know about their benefits, do they match up with yours? Are they completely different than yours? Or do they seem stronger than yours? Knowing these things is going to help you to provide the better bonus offers and to write the copy that is needed for those bonuses to basically stay ahead of your competition. Where to research. Now we're going to get into, we've talked about the need to research. Now let's talk about some places that you can go to research. The first and probably foremost place that I would go would be to existing clients. And this is why it's so important for you to start building a list and getting customers so that you have existing clients. Basically the first and often best place to start to find out more about your ideal target market is those you have on your list already, your existing clients. Maybe it's through sending out emails and asking them for a response. Maybe you can send out emails and ask for questions and maybe doing a questionnaire that is going to ask them questions like why they work with you and why they chose you in the first place, or why they stay with you. Why do they continue to buy your products? Maybe you'd ask them, how they feel about you and how they feel about your products that you have. What they might change about you or what they would like to see different with your products. What they see missing in competitive products. So maybe you help them do a competitive analysis, help you do your competitive analysis by asking them questions. What do you see missing in my competition's product that I could do differently to help you out? So send them out a questionnaire asking these things, asking for them to be engaged in telling you the answers to these. That's going to help you do the research. You can also pay attention to your support desk. They'll send in support questions, especially after you do a product launch. You'll start getting a lot of objections that maybe you did not cover. If they see you launching a product, if they have an objection, they're going to start sending us in, I'd really like to buy this, but I have this objection right now and I need you to answer that. And as soon as you do, I'm going to go buy. If you get several of these coming in, you're going to be able to go back and maybe change your sales copy that you have right now a little bit to start answering those objections that maybe you didn't even stop and think about or you didn't know that were going to be there. So pay attention to your existing clients is going to help you do the research to be able to write the right kind of copy. Blogs are another great place. These are kind of like your existing clients almost already. If you have readers to your blog they are clearly interested in what you do and what you have to offer. Engage them and ask questions. Again, get them commenting, write a post, maybe ask them certain questions like we just talked about, and inside your post, and have them leave you comments in there. News and current affairs, a free and easy way to find out what your target market really wants. Pay attention to the news and current affairs that are targeted to your niche. You can pay attention to newspapers, watch the TV, browse niche-related websites, especially if they have news websites in your niche. Make sure that you pay attention to current affairs because a lot of times your news is going to focus on the problems that people are having. And especially if it's involving the niche that you're in, you're going to want to be paying attention. An example of this would be, going through a rough time in your economy. If you're trying to encourage people to buy your products that's going to help them create some kind of an income online, people that are going through these problems and struggles from a poor economy, losing their home, and they've got some problems going on, they're going to voice those, and the news and current affairs is going to pick up on these problems, and they're going to basically be the voice of those people that are out there having the problems, and you can pay attention and identify with them, and through your sales copy be able to overcome those problems that people are having. Visit relevant websites. Visit the sales copy of your competition on a regular basis. This is something that's really cool to do. Make sure that you always are looking at the sales copy of your competition, because if they've done their job right, they've researched it, they know the objections, they know the questions people are having, they know the problems that people are having, and they're addressing these in their sales copy. And if they're similar to what you've got going on, and if you have the similar targeted audience or the same, you're going to be able to see what some of the problems are, the objections are, by reading the sales copy of your competition, and you're going to be able to address those as well in yours. Subscribe to e-zines and newsletters of your competition. Read your competition's emails regularly. Again, I've said this many times, stop looking at emails that come into your inbox as just something that's taking up space. These are valuable if you use them to do research with. Because a lot of times your competition is going to identify problems. They're going to identify the objections that people are having in their emails, and they're going to talk about them, and they're going to overcome them. This is going to help you identify what's going on and what kind of objections that are going on in the marketplace right now, and that you are going to need to overcome yourself with your sales copy. So when you write your emails, when you are writing your blog posts, your sales copy, your squeeze pages, you're going to be able to write in a way to overcome these objections. This is just nothing more than doing research. Search Amazon.com bookstores and find out what kind of books are out that relate to your targeted niche. Anything you can do to further enhance your knowledge about your targeted niche will help you write copy that is both informative and interesting to your audience, and keep them reading and taking action. So, go check out different books. A lot of these books are written to solve problems that people are having. Just go do a research on the books that are available in your niche. Social networking sites. Join niche relevant networks and communities on Twitter, Facebook, other niche forums, and social networks. Basically, simply connecting with and joining relevant networks and communities on Twitter, Facebook, and other forums and things like this is going to tell you a huge amount about the people that you are targeting. Things that you need to do is be engaged and active. You need to lurk in the forums to see what kind of questions people are asking, and this is going to give you the insight to your target market's most frequent problems. Increase your visibility and answer people's questions where you can to add value. Ask your own questions and compile the responses. So maybe like we were talking about earlier, sending out a questionnaire to your list or whatever. Inside the forums, you could ask, questions. If you see that there's, somebody that's a beginner that's struggling with what your product is, that could solve, by buying your product, you can start asking that person some questions. Well, what kind of problems are you having? Let me see if I can help you out. And then, there comes a recommendation right there. Well, I can help you out with this product that I've created. But it also helps you identify with the questions that they're asking. By using the social networking, you're going to learn a lot about the people you're targeting. Make sure that you are engaged and connect with those people that are there. And pay close attention to forums, especially during launches by your competitors. When your competitor does a launch and their product is similar to yours, go in there and pay attention, because people will go in there immediately after a launch and they will begin complaining. They'll be writing about their concerns that they have and the objections that they have. And this is a good place for you to pay attention to find out what other people are saying about similar products that you have, and what kind of objections that your competitors are going to have to overcome. This allows you to be able to overcome them ahead of time before you launch your own products. Live events and webinars. These are great places to research your target audience. Take every opportunity you can to mingle amongst your target market and just simply listen to what's going on and what others are saying or asking. That's worth saying again. Pay attention and listen to what others are saying and asking. Get out to where your target market is hanging out at. Become them. Get to know everything you possibly can about them. And the best place to do this is where they are. So if they're going to live events, go there yourself. If they're hanging out on webinars or teleseminars, you go and hang out on them themselves. Just like, when you get on a webinar or a teleseminar, stick around for Q&As if they have them at the end. Or if your list owner or somebody says, hey, we're going to hold a special Q&A to answer your most pressing questions that you have. Show up to those things. If you don't have questions,